Hello fashion lovers, welcome back to my channel. Today it is this dress by House of Naya on Instagram that will be cutting in this video. If it's what you're interested in, please make sure to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and drop your questions on the comment section. Okay, so this is what we're cutting. This is halter neck, that is the back is backless, and this is the fabric I'm using. This particular fabric is crepe. It doesn't stretch in anywhere. Okay, now looking at this gown, you can see it is 3/4, it is not full length. So I'm actually cutting the 3/4 and the length is 45. Okay, so we are going for 3/4 length for this particular halter neck that is backless. All right, so the shoulder is 16, but bust waist hip divided by 4, and half length is 17, and gown length is 45. Now these are the measurements I'll be working with. Okay, but for this dress, I going direct to the pattern, the fabric to cut it will, how do I put it, the chalk, because of how the fabric is light but not too light anyway. Okay, so I will be cutting it on pattern paper, just the upper part, the front of it alone. That is what I'll be cutting, and not, I'll use that upper part to, place it and trace it on the fabric. So this is my pattern paper. All right, the first thing is mark out my basic measurement, which is my armhole depth, and I'm using 8, and my half length. There is no dart on this dress, no dart in any way, but if you decide to add that, the only dart you can go with is bust dart. Okay, but there is no dart on this particular one, and nothing much, no much sewing on it. Okay, this dress is a line. I have an halter neck with that the back is backless video on my channel. All right, but that particular one I did the cutting using flay. Okay, this particular one, it is a line that we're cutting it. I've done flay. For those that wish to watch it, it's still on my channel. I'll be attaching it at the end of this video so you see it. In case you want yours to be flay, you work with that one, but this one, it is a line. All right, so it's just my basic measurement. After covering my armhole, I'll be marking my bust measurement and my waist measurement. Remember, there is no sewing allowance. I did not add any allowance on this cutting. Okay, I can do that when adding it. I can add allowance when cutting it on the fabric, but right now I'm going this way. Now this is my basic. Okay, for us to start, this is my waist, bust, and shoulder. Okay, next thing is for us to determine our neck width, our neck depth, and for the course of this video I'll just go with the number 3 inches. Okay, now you'll be asking, what am I using the neck? This is an halter neck. It starts from the basics. I always like to get my designs from the basics. I carve out my design. So I'm going for 3 by 3 for the normal neck width and neck depth we usually use. Okay, to avoid the dress being too wide, the neck part of it. Okay, just our normal slanting of the shoulder, then you give your curving, just the normal curving. Now we have gotten our basics. The next thing is for us to mark that halter, to make it an halter neck. And how do you do that? Take your tape, just like I did. You can go for 3 inches, you can go for 2.5. But looking at the style on this dress, it was folded, and right at the front you can see it is gathered. They brought it together. So 3 is okay. Use your curve. You can see how I'm curving it. Once you do this, it is completely okay. Now the dress we are cutting has the back is backless. All right, now we cannot work, if we are to work with our 8, it will be high. So go down like me. I'm going for 10 inches from the shoulder. I can see I measure 10 inches. That is 2 inch extra. The particular dress, this dress will not be, the back will not be too down. All right. So I went 2 inches down. You can go 3 inches down if you choose to. From here, you curve it. Did you see how I extended it? The front needs to be properly covered. You can look at it. There's no way you see any part of the breast. All right. To be on the safe side, you can go extra 2, at most extra to 3 inches to be on the safe side. But if you choose to go down more, it is your choice. But for me, this particular 2 inches extra that I curved it is very much okay for me. So I will be cutting. Okay. Now, this is an A line. That means this neck, this waist that I connected it, I will not be using it, but it's still okay. I just need it as a pattern to get my A line. Okay, I just need it to get my A line. So this is my pattern for the front. You can see how it looks. Next thing for me now is to get my fabric, fold my fabric and place this on the fabric so I'll be able to cut. But first, what am I to fold? What do I know? What do I fold? My hip measurement plus between 5 to 10. That is what you're to fold. For the course of this video, let me work with 8. Yeah, let me work with 8. 8 is very much okay. So if it is that 8, it gives me 19 and a half. That is what I'm to fold. All right, and I folded it. This is 19 and a half. After folding it, I place the pattern as you can see how it is. Now this is here is 17. I'm not bothered about the up. I'm concentrating on the waist to get the length I need, 45. Okay, so placing it this way, you can see how I used my rule, all right, to give it that A line this thing. Now for my cutting, I left about 1 inches on the armhole and I left about 2 inches to the side. Then I started cutting it A line. A line, you already know it is slanted. Okay, this is how A line goes. Okay, now 2 inches by the side. This is it. So I'll keep cutting it slanted all through to the down. I did not work with that. You know, the waist is lesser. I didn't go that way. All right. So you can see how I'm cutting it. I think the most serious part of this is the upper part of it. That is where you need more attention. So you cut here. So I will be slanting it all through to the last end of it, to the 45 inches in length. Now they will be folding this dress. There's no lining, okay, but that does not mean if you decide to put lining you cannot put lining. You can. If you decide to add lining, you can add lining, but I am not adding lining. Okay, so that is it. Now I stretched it up so I can get to the length. Okay, I'm cutting from the down. I've already marked where the 45 is, so I'm cutting from the down, you know, to connect it back to the side. Now this is one of the easiest way you can cut your halter neck with open back. All right, this is one of the easiest way and it is beginners friendly. And this is one of the easiest gown to make for yourself this Christmas. All right, so this is it. Now my front pattern is ready. What of my back pattern? My back pattern doesn't need the halter. It has to be straight. All right, and another thing, she said there should be rope at the back, you know, that where she wants to be adjusting the wideness of the back herself. So there are things I folded. Okay, now watch how I'll get my back. I do not need to start measuring it again. Looking at it, I just need to, shift it up. The armhole, where the armhole stops, that is where my back will start. Okay, so it is this way. I'll equally shift it up a little bit. Remember, guys, if you're still watching, drop your question on the comment section. All right, and like this video, subscribe to the channel if you have not subscribed. So I will be shifting this up. You see that? Yeah. Now there's something I need to show you. The back that I folded has opening. The back that I folded has opening, more like a zip allowance opening. It does have opening, so you can see the placing of the paper. Where the armhole, let me zoom in here. You see how it is? Where the armhole stopped, that is where your back will start. Let me adjust this so you get to see it to the length. Here, you see the opening I'm talking about? This particular place my hand is, that is the opening I'm talking about, you can see. So I will be sewing it back. Remember I said she wants to be tieable, she will use rope to control the back, not just elastic all through. She wants to control the back herself, so that is why I went for this opening at the back. And this is the down part. Let's stretch this, place it where so I can cut. I'm basically using the front to trace my back. The difference between my front and back, it's the armhole. All right, the back starts where the armhole stops. That is just the difference. Every other thing, it is the same. All right, I'm just tracing it out. Let me turn the other way around to do this. This particular dress needs care. Yeah, because I do not want it to shift. Okay, so I have to be careful when cutting it. So this part is ready, so I'll just fold, shift it back so I can get the front just a little bit. Okay, so I can get the what I'm cutting easily. So I've got it here. What I'll do is fold it this way. What I just folded is the difference between my back and front. Then I'll cut straight. Okay, the difference between my back and front, that is what I just folded. Now, how do you finish this dress? You can use facing, you can use lining, then you can use folding or bias. It is very much okay. Any one of them is okay. It is good to go. So I've done the cutting of the back. Okay, so this is it. Now the sewing is very pretty much easy. What I'll just do is open it up. Okay, let me just open it up. All right, because the sewing video, I will be posting the part 2 of this video. That is the sewing video. But before that, let me just explain how I'll be making this dress. Okay, let me explain how I will be sewing. The first thing, remember the back has zip. Okay, Sorry, not zip. The back I has opening, so I have to sew it up. When sewing it up, it will not get to. I'll leave some few inches, maybe like 5 inches in height at the upper part. Okay. Now this is the front. All right, this is my front. Let me just get something and hold them down. I do not want it moving. Okay. This is my front. Now for my back, I'll just get the back and attach it on both sides. We can use double folding to finish this. Okay, or you can work with bias. You can equally work with facing, and here is where I'll be sewing. Now for the front of this dress, it has rope. After folding the front, we will be using rope. So about 5 inches, that is where I'll stop folding. Then place it this way, like I'm placing it right now. All right, like I'm placing it. Every excess is, we use rope to control it at the back, more like a drawstrings at the back. So this is it. Very easy. It's one of the easiest backless alternate you can make for yourself. It's not stressful. In 30 minutes, you're done. Very easy. So guys, if you have any question, feel free to drop it on the comment section. I look forward to your questions.